Welcome to another support guide. This is Impact, and this time I'll be going over a few minion behavior mechanics that you should be aware of when you play bottom lane. These won't change your playstyle overnight, but if you keep them in mind every time you start a new game, I can promise you that you'll start looking at the bottom lane in a totally different way. So by now, most of you will already know that the minions will deal a lot of damage to you in early game skirmishes, and that you shouldn't engage onto an enemy that is surrounded by his minions, or you'll lose the trade. There are a few things that I think are important to keep track of though. First things first, a minion wave will spawn every 30 seconds. This means that every 30 seconds a new wave will reach the lane. Depending on how fast you can clear that wave, you'll have a window where there won't be any minions to deal damage to you. Usually when you clear this wave, the enemy will retreat if he's still not done clearing yours. This grants you an opportunity for poke since there won't be any minions left for the remainder of the 30 seconds. Secondly, the minion wave has a very specific path, but they have an aggro range as well. They only deviate from their path if an enemy enters that range. However, minions will sometimes switch targets. This happens every few seconds if a higher priority target is recognized inside their own aggro range. And yes, as you may have guessed, the enemy minions will consider you a higher threat if you're either the first target to enter their aggro range or you attack one of their ally champions. Note that the minion's highest priority is to protect ally champions. Now, the simplest way you have of keeping track of all of this is by imagining every minion has a little circle around them. That circle will be the minion's aggro range. If you want to keep yourself from getting hit by them, the simplest way to do it is by staying out of their aggro range. Here's the funny part though. The minions will only aid an ally champion if he is inside his minion's aggro range. Only that way will they hear his cry for help. In case you see an opportunity to poke an enemy too far behind his own minion line though, be careful not to be the first target to enter their range, or you'll still be taking damage from them. Last but not least, a minion that is focusing you will reset the aggro once he loses sight of you. In other words, if you enter the fog of war, like an unwarded bush, the minion will reset his target and find a new one to focus. If he doesn't, he will continue on his path until he does so. I'm telling you this now because there is one very specific time in the bottom lane where this information is useful. Have you ever been in this situation where you get to the lane faster than your AD carry? The minion wave is pushing against you and you have no minion wave of your own. You shouldn't let all those minions die to the tower for a few reasons. They will deal damage to the tower and you want to preserve it for as long as possible. Your AD carry will lose experience, he will lose gold, and the lane will probably reset and both waves will meet again at the center of the lane. If you want to freeze the lane near your turret, you need those minions. So in this situation you should put yourself in front of the minions so they aggro you instead of getting themselves under your turret's range. The problem about this is that the support is often really squishy and the whole minion wave will either leave you at really low HP or just kill you. But worry not, because I'm here to give you a little tip to solve this issue. Start tanking the minions near your first bush. Go in and out of the bush as often as you like. The minion wave will stop focusing you as soon as you enter the bush, and they'll come back for you once you leave it. So practically speaking, you can freeze a minion wave without taking any damage at all. It might take some practice to do this perfectly, but even if you take some damage while you get used to this, you'll still take a lot less than if you single-handedly tank all the creeps. And that's all for this guide, guys. This one was a little shorter because I felt like the subject would be a little harder to go through. I actually recommend you rewatch the video, create a few custom games and try out these things for yourself. You want to get a feel of how these mechanics work for yourself instead of just thinking about them every time you join a game. But don't worry, they'll be part of your muscle memory in no time. Once again, thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you enjoyed the soundtrack, give Bass Desire some love by subscribing to his channel as well. He's the one working on the awesome tracks I've been using on my videos. Also, feel free to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch.tv, and to join my in-game channel Impact LOL. So until next time, good luck and have fun.
On the road to riches, but it's different on this road. I try to call back home, you don't pick up your phone.